Welcome to week 5 of UGA Extension UGA Golf Course Walkaway. Today we're going to be learning about energy density. Specifically, I'll go over what it is, how it will benefit you, and how you can make the most of it. So you may be wondering, what is energy density? Well, energy density helps us to determine which foods will be the most satisfying. The higher the energy density, the less that you can eat before you reach your daily recommended allowance of calories. By choosing food with lower energy densities, you'll be able to eat the same amount or even a greater volume of food, but with fewer calories. We'll get to a few examples here in just a moment. Foods with lower energy densities tend to have more water and dietary fiber. Good examples are fruits and vegetables. Foods with higher energy densities tend to contain less water, more fat and sugar, and less fiber. Good examples are candy and desserts. So how do you figure out if something has a high or a low energy density? It's definitely not on the nutrition label, but you can use the nutrition label to calculate the energy density of a certain portion of food. All you need to do is divide the calories by the total grams of the food. You might not use grams a whole lot because it's a metric measurement, but you have to use grams for this calculation to work. For example, with these apple pieces, there are 65 calories in one serving, and that's 125 grams. When you divide the calories by the grams, you get an energy density of 0.52. Because that number is less than 1, it is considered a low energy density food. Now let's compare canned pineapple to a pineapple upside down cake. As you can see, the cake has a much higher energy density for about the same weight of food. This means with 74 calories, you can either have a half a cup of pineapple or 1/5 of a piece of cake. Now, which would you think will be more satisfying, the half a cup of pineapple or 1/5 piece of one piece of cake? Many people can eventually do a rough estimate of a food's energy density in their heads. Basically, if the calories are less than the grams that the food weighs, the food is low in energy density. If the calories and the grams are nearly the same, or the calories are more, you know the food is going to be higher in energy density. Again, we're trying to shoot for foods that are in lower energy density. Now let's look at these nutrition labels real quick. Here are 3 different ways that a peach can be eaten. Based on what we talked about on the last slide about identifying foods quickly that have a high energy density, which of these 3 ways to eat a peach will have the highest energy density? I'll give you 15 seconds to look these 3 foods over before we move on to the next slide. So let's look at the energy density of the 3 peach-based foods. The raw peach, 68 calories, 175 grams, has an energy density of 0.39. The canned peaches, with added sugar, have twice the amount of calories and 251 grams for an energy density of 0.54. And the peach cobbler, with 420 calories and only 179 grams, has an energy density of 2.35. It is almost the exact same amount of grams that the raw peach has, but it has about 5 times the calories, which results in an energy density of 2.35. Again, while the energy density is higher in the peach cobbler, once in a while a little peach cobbler is not the worst thing in the world. To successfully control your weight, consume about 1/2 to 3/4 of the food from lower energy dense foods. You cannot consume all of your food intake from just low energy dense foods. This is because many nutritious foods have energy densities of 1 or more, like we'll see on the next slide. The keys are to choose the food that you consume wisely. And you have to ask yourself, are the nutrients in this food worth the energy density? Even chicken breast has an energy density above 1, but it is worth eating because it is rich in protein and other nutrients. It still has a lower energy density than fried chicken or a hamburger. But other foods that are higher in sugar or fat that are low in healthy nutrients with the same energy density might not be worth eating. Here's what you should remember about energy density. Divide the calories by grams to get the energy density, Energy dense foods have an energy density of greater than 1. And we're trying to eat about 1/2 to 3/4 of our food should be eaten with lower energy density foods. I look forward to seeing all of you on the golf course on Saturday morning. The weather looks beautiful. It's going to be about 40 degrees. Bring a friend. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great day.